Greetings, my peoples, and welcome to this week's episode of Vinyl Douche ASMR. If you like this kind of thing, which is videos about vinyl told in the style of ASMR, please like and subscribe to the channel. As you can see this week, we are tackling Loggins and Messina's 1973 album, Full Sail. Now this album was released in 1973 and was recorded at the Wally Hender Studios and Studio 4 in Hollywood, California. When it was released, it reached number 10 on the pop charts, so it did good. And Full Sail is, it wasn't released to be yacht rock, but come on. You listen to the album, it has everything from like 1950s retro music to a lot of soft rock, which is what these guys kind of were at the time. Now, it's funny, I just, read up a little on Loggins and Messina, and Kenny Loggins, to me, is the more notable name, but Jim Messina actually is the one who sort of interviewed him and brought him on into this project. So he was looking for a partner in 1971, and worked out with Kenny Loggins, who before that, Kenny Loggins was actually doing some work with the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, 1970. So that brought him to Messina, and they started their run in 1971. This was their third album. And as far as Messina's concerned, he's still out there making music. Sort of sounds like in the style too. He's got a song called Under the Mojito Moon. And Kenny Loggins went on to become a big music soundtrack score person, and he was nominated for Footloose in the 80s, I think it's 1984. And that was a big popular song in the 80s from a extremely popular, iconic movie from that time. So Kenny Loggins goes down in history for that, I think, more than anything. But this is a very cool album itself. It's one of these albums that I just run into in every record store I go. Seems like every record store has it. And I think a lot of vinyl people like ourselves, probably, we might all have a copy of this, or at least some Loggins and Messina somewhere. Yeah, it's released on Columbia, and it's produced by Jim Messina. Yeah, let's see if there's anyone else. So Kenny Loggins does vocals, rhythm guitar, acoustic guitar, and harmonica. And Jim Messina was on vocals, lead guitar, acoustic guitar, and mandolin. We also have John Clark, who's on oboe, baritone saxophone, bass saxophone, soprano saxophone, tenor saxophone, flute, alto, bass flute, bass clarinet, and the English horn. Al Garth played violin, bass, clarinet, recorder, alto saxophone, and tenor saxophone. Larry Sims did backing vocals and bass, and Merrill Brigante played drums, timbales, and backing vocals. Looks like the photos for this were taken by Ed Carafe, and art direction for the whole album was Ron Coro, and the person who worked on a lot of these illustrations were Joe Garnett. Alright, let's look inside. Here's some of the band members we mentioned. That's Meryl Brigante, Al Garth, Larry Sims, John Clark. Side 1 we have Lahaina, Traveling Blues, My Music, A Love Song, You Need a Man, and Coming to You. Side 2 is Watching the River Run, Pathway to Glory, Didn't I Know You, and the last song on the album, Sailing in the Wind. Like I mentioned before, wasn't made to be yacht rock, but it is pretty much self-evolved into it. Can't say Loggins and Messina made it to my classic rock diet at all. Never heard these guys in the classic rock station. But it's good stuff. I'm glad I finally discovered it eventually. Voila. 1973's Loggins and Messina's Full Sail. Thank you for watching. See you next week. Happy sailing.